Hi, you guys.
Hi, guys. How are you? Welcome to Grill the Geeks. We are the Property Geeks.
With Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Lovejoy Realty.
Yes, we are
So
on again.
I'm
We're
going to
back.
get going. So, bye, Karen.
Oh, see you later. I left her high and dry last week because I had to go to the second grade picnic for my daughter, and I couldn't miss it. We're gonna be using a fancy new system pretty soon here, where we could have actually streamed me, and I'm
That was
sorry.
horrible. It was absolutely horrible, and I hated every little bit of it. But I'm
You
back.
did great. So last week, Hannah was so wonderfully lucky to speak by herself and talk about the pre-approval process. So, hi. Oh, we can see people joining now. Hi, guys. How are you? We love to see people commenting.
I don't know if I like it that close anymore.
I know it's really close now.
Sorry,
people
I'm
comment
like on
here or here. Comment. Let us know you're here. Say hello. We love to see that you're joining us.
Like us, please.
Oh, I love all those hearts coming across. Woo! I love that. Thanks, Facebook. So anyways, today we're going to talk about a little bit more to kind of bounce off of last time, which was we were speaking about the pre-approval process.
For buyers.
For buyers. Yes, absolutely.
Buyers are just as important as sellers.
Yes, they are. And we've talked a lot about sellers and staging your home. So if you haven't seen those videos, you can go back either on our YouTube channel because they have been published forever. Forever. This awkwardness, so it's kind of fun. Anyways,
YouTube channel, that's horrible.
I know, we have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So anyways, hi Linnea, I see you watching from the car dealership service. I love it. Okay,
poor Linnea.
so we're talking about upfront costs today. So the first step to do when you're going to buy a home is to obviously call us, and then we can connect you, or if you know someone, with a loan officer.
Some type of lender,
with
whether
a loan
that
officer.
be bank or loan officer or whatever.
You need to get pre-approved.
Yes.
So we want to know not how much can you be pre-approved for, but how much do you want to afford.
Yes.
That's
you're comfortable with.
Yep, absolutely.
That's
we
what
want to
I
keep
put
you comfortable in your payments.
Yes.
So that's the first thing. Then next we kind of talk about upfront costs. There we go. It's coming out. Upfront costs. And upfront costs, that's the number one concern from a buyer.
Yeah.
What's it going to cost me to purchase a home? What are kind of those upfront costs before I have to start paying my mortgage payment? So that's what we're going to talk about
Kind of just like what you're saving for.
Yes.
Right?
What you're saving for. Absolutely.
One of the biggest things that I think people, well, the first thing really that you need to have is your earnest money check.
Yes.
So what that is earnest money. Well, how would you describe earnest money?
So earnest money is basically promissory money.
Yes.
When you give a purchase agreement, you're going to give them a certain dollar amount in earnest money, and that earnest money gets held by the listing agent's company in a non-interest-bearing account, and it basically states what you're saying by giving earnest money. Sorry, that was really close to the screen. That's very intense. Very intense. What you're saying when you're giving earnest money to that seller is, I am promising that I'm going to follow through with this purchase. I'm giving you this amount of money in good faith money that I'm going to follow through with this purchase, that I'm getting a mortgage, and we just have to wait for that mortgage process now. We have to wait for that appraisal time and all those things for that 30 to 45 day wait period. Right. So earnest money is normally...
it's usually 1% of the sale price. I mean, depending on your offer, if you want to offer and have a little bit more earnest money, it kind of makes your offer a little bit stronger.
Absolutely.
Just because it's like if you're able to write out a check for, set amount of money right away to put down on the home, to give towards the listing agent, obviously, and then towards your down payment, then it just makes it a little bit more stronger.
Yep.
It shows that you're ready and you're actually prepared, and
it makes that offer stronger.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
if let's say you're going in and your purchase price is $250, right? Let's just do a $250. $250 purchase price, and you go in there and offer them $2,500 earnest money. Again, this is good faith money. I will close on your home. If I don't, and it's not a financing issue, there's a couple other things, but if I don't, if I just change my mind, you get to keep that money. Seller, you get to keep that money. The buyer is saying that to the seller.
Yep.
You get to keep my $2,500. Now, what if we up that to $10,000? Right? What would the seller? Would you look at that? Now the seller would say, "Oh wow, they're serious about buying our home. They're willing to write a $10,000 check and give that and that money's going to go towards. Well, speak with your loan officer, but basically that money can go towards the purchase of your purchase
down payment or whatever.
Yeah, your down payment. Talk to your loan officer about that.
Talk to your loan officer.
But we can only give so much information.
Because they're basically saying like, okay, as a buyer, if I'm only going to put $1,000 down, I'm more likely to say, you know what, I kind of changed my mind. I'm I'm going to scoot on out of this deal and not buy your house, and I'm only out $1,000.
Well,
if I put $10,000 into an earnest money check and give you that, and I just decide, I'm not going to go on with you get my $10,000, so I'm more inclined to not.
And they can take
back
you to
out.
court, and there's other legal things too, but we won't get, because we're not attorneys, we're not giving you legal advice here. Oh my gosh.
Talk to your lender,
talk to your attorney, talk to your lender, but
just smile.
We'll just say earnest money. Earnest money is generally 1%. It's something that you give to the seller saying that you want to purchase the home.
So you should be ready to write that check when you write an offer.
Yep.
So if you are looking at homes and you're saying, I want to write an offer on this, okay, awesome. Where's your checkbook? We need to have that earnest money to the listing side. So make sure.
Once your purchase agreement has been accepted, then if you have put an inspection contingency in your purchase agreement, that means that your intention is to get inspection on the property.
Yeah.
So the cost of inspection is another upfront cost. Good segue.
Sure is.
Right? So it depends on who you use as an inspector.
Right.
If you need to wait for a few days because that inspector is busy, that's a good thing. That means that they're a good inspector. So, because other people they're booked for other people. People like them. So you need to talk to your agent about that.
Yes.
Or if you know an inspector, we'll maybe recommend, a handful of them, but you ultimately get to choose who your inspector is. Inspections can run anywhere, again, depending on the size of the house. Average inspection, $300 to $500. Best $300 to $500 you have ever spent.
Absolutely.
Because you are having that person inspect the home and tell you whether or not you want to give $250,000, right? Take out a loan for $250,000 to purchase that home.
Yes. And I feel like it teaches you about the home. I mean,
absolutely.
You learn a lot more. You can't just walk into a showing and expect that you know the home. So that way, when you go to the inspection, the inspector will actually go through things with you and how things work, how that specific mechanics of the home works, and how all of it works. And it's very important to even just learn about what you're buying.
Absolutely. They'll tell you where to change your furnace filter, what size they are. Are they filthy?
Did you know you had to do that when you own a home?
Yeah, make sure you're changing your furnace filters. They'll tell you about everything. They'll tell you where your shutoffs are. They'll show you. They'll really step you through that home. So, okay, second thing is not just the home inspection, but it's actually the well and septic inspection. If you have a well and septic on your property, there is a well and septic inspection that you're probably going to have also. So that might be an upfront cost. The sellers may pay for it. You talk to your agent about that, or you can talk to us about that. Either way. And then the next thing is the appraisal. That's upfront cost is the appraisal. So your appraisal, again, talk to your loan officer or your lender, but between
great advice today.
between $400 and $500. I'm just giving you generals, right? So we've got earnest money around 1%, but you can go as high as you want. Inspection between $300 and $500 for just your home inspection. A well and septic inspection are separate costs.
If there's a well and septic on the property.
If you need one.
So.
Yep. And then an appraisal is between $400 and $500, but talk to your loan officer to find out the exact details on that, but that is another upfront cost for you.
Yeah.
And then obviously the down payment. If you have a down payment. Do you have a down payment? It depends. Again,
what's your financing? Talk to your lender. If you are getting a VA, you could have as little as $0 down.
As little.
You could have as much up to 20% down. You get 50% down. I mean,
you could put down whatever you want, whatever lender allows.
To your lender about.
Exactly. So it starts off with VA is generally speaking here. Again, I'm just talking about generals. I'm not a loan officer. I'm not a licensed originator and give you any advice, but generally speaking, VA buyers are going to, probably go with a lease, then FHA, the conventional. So, and on from there. There are also other types of loan programs out there too. Again, talk to your lender about that, but there's...
Especially if you have more than one home, if you have...
Yep, there's lots of investment loans out there. There's lots of different types of loans. So anyways, but, so those are the upfront costs to purchase a home. If anyone has any question, feel free to ask. Otherwise, that's it, really.
Yeah. And when you're a buyer, FYI, an upfront cost or just a cost at all, we aren't a cost as an agent. No. So when you're buying a home, you're not. Closing costs aren't commissions. They aren't
in the state of Minnesota.
In the state of Minnesota.
And Wisconsin.
In Wisconsin.
Yep.
As a buyer, you do not pay us to be your agent. We are paid from the other side. So when you're thinking about upfront costs, you think, well, I'm going to cut some out and not use an agent. Well, don't do that because that's just silly. Because we can represent you as a buyer, and you're not paying for us to. You're just paying the other stuff that we were talking about and closing costs and all that junk. But we aren't part of that, so we aren't an upfront cost for you.
Yep, we're not. We're not part of your closing costs, things like that. So commissions are not paid to buyer side agents by buyers. They're paid by the seller through the commission that they paid their listing agent. So that's how that works. But okay, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. We are so excited to give you a tour because it's turning out beautifully of our new space. So very soon, we're just like hanging the last few things.
We've been saying very soon for like 3 months.
We've been saying it for 3 months. I know, but the process has been 3 months, let me tell you.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming very soon. And then we'll also be announcing our grand opening, which we'll see. It will be in the next month here. So we'll see. We'll do a ribbon and cutting and a grand opening very soon. So thank you so much for all your support.
Thanks
as
for watching,
always.
you guys.
We really appreciate you. We appreciate all of our clients and yeah, the whole team. So thanks so much. Have a great week. We'll see you next week. Thursday at noon for Girl Geeks. Bye.